button up. Okay. Chairman Cable and Vice Chairman Woman Costa and other members, thank you for your endurance. Most of what I wanted to talk about has already been mentioned tonight. First of all, my name is David Spicer. I live in Providence, Rhode Island. Excuse me. Born and raised in Rhode Island. I'm not going anywhere too soon, I don't think. But I wanted to talk about a couple of the different bills here. I'm opposed to H7199. Excuse me, the magazine capacity restriction of 10 rounds to a magazine. I think some false ideas or preconceived notions that bad guys show up one at a time and that they somehow work with rules of fairness as in an old-time duel. Not the case. If a bad guy shows up at my house, I don't want to just have a little bit to protect myself. I want to have an ample amount. How much is enough? You don't know. Why have a limitation? Obviously, the police, and for right reasons, need to have a larger capacity of ammunition. But those same bad guys that the police are running into out on the roads, they're the same ones that are going and perpetrating crimes on other people. And for them to protect themselves, I think they need to have ample firepower to be able to neutralize a situation. Limiting the amount of rounds or banning certain magazines, because some people have pieces of gear, certain firearms that only have what would be termed the large capacity magazine, that would essentially disarm them. And that's like totally taking their firearm away. That's a disarming. That's very anti-Second Amendment. I think another reason too that the folks need to be able to protect themselves amply is that in several different cases, I've got 3 listed that I could give you, that the courts have decided that the police have no duty to protect. No duty to protect. 0. It's not a duty to protect. They can restore order and do different, they have certain functions, but they have no duty to protect you, me. One case is Warner versus District of Columbia, 1981. Another is DeShaney versus Winnebago City in 1989. Yet another one is Castle Rock versus Gonzalez in 2005. A bill I am in favor of is H7680, the Second Amendment Preservation Act. I want to give you a little scenario. If I had a fence in my backyard that abuts my neighbor's property and it's right on the line, if every month I move it over 1 inch, after a year I've gone a foot, after 10 years I've gone 10 feet, when did I infringe on that neighbor's property? The first time. And I'm looking at a lot of the bills proposed as being a chip away at Second Amendment rights. I've heard different individuals talk about the right to keep and bear arms, and both those terms are in there. The right to keep and bear. And so, I mean, that covers a lot of what we're talking about here tonight. There are a lot of lawful people that have come here and stated their cases, or lawful firearms owners, and it's not just a sport to them. Some of them, it is a sport, firearm usage, but for some people, I live in Providence. Do I hear the gunshots at night around in different parts of the city? Yeah. Am I going to protect myself? Yes. Takes a while for the police to arrive. I know it's a busy city. I know they can't be everywhere all the time. And whereas they have no legal duty to protect me, I guess the job is up to me. I have a duty to protect my family, and I choose to do that, and also choose to protect myself. I've said enough, and thank you for your time.